All right, so let's go to algebra class. Okay, so first of all, I want to let you know that I updated the board up there and I updated our extra credit folder. Okay, because now we are in a new chapter, and so we are going to be taking a new test in the future. We're going to be taking a new quiz in the future. So notice how there's chapter 5, first half extra credit, chapter 5, second half extra credit. Okay, there were a lot of you yesterday that you were like, Ms. Friesenhahn, there was just one level I couldn't get. And I bet it was the S5 one that or P5 that you couldn't get and you had trouble on. Guys, if you procrastinate and if you wait until the last minute, I can't help you. But if you do it early enough and you're like, oh shoot, I can't get P5, let me go in the morning and have Ms. Friesenhahn help me a little bit, then I can help you and then you can get the extra credit. But if you wait until the night that it's due, I'm not at home with you and I answer my emails maybe once a night. It just depends how busy I am. And sometimes I just get back to you the next day. All right. So please do not procrastinate. I think this year, above all, please don't procrastinate. But here are your new IXL levels. Okay. So you have these to do if you want 10 points. And then you have another group that's due at a different date. So notice how they're due at different dates this time because finally we're like starting a chapter with IXL. We're not like halfway in a chapter with IXL. And then you can do these if you want another 10 points. Okay. There was a really big issue as well in the other classes, not this class, but the other classes. So we decided as an algebra class as whole to change the rule, or not really change the rule, but make the rule. So a lot of kids, I guess, were just kind of picking and choosing. A lot of kids were like, oh, this one only has 4 levels. So I'm just going to do this one because it's shorter. Haha on them. Actually, these were harder than these. But the teachers were like, well, that there's no point in that. Like you're picking and choosing what you want to do and you're not really practicing for the whole chapter. So we made a new rule that says if you want to do the second half of extra credit, the first half must be done to be able to get the second half. Oh my gosh. Okay, I just want to highlight you. Geez.
So for the chapter 5, did you do everything like you?
No, there's a couple that you skipped. Like you skipped number 3, you skipped number 6, and there's like a lot more U's than this. So again, let me reiterate what I just said. If you want this group of 10 points, then you have to do this group of 10 points first. I mean, technically that's good, right? That means you definitely get 20 points. So what I'm saying is you will not get 10 points here if you don't do these first. So to complete the second half of extra credit, do the first half first, and they're due at different times. Okay, so to do all of this you have about 2 weeks, but for the rest you have like a 1 week and then 1 week. Okay, yes, Sienna.
For the IXL, is there like, can we already learn the stuff on the IXL, or do we have to like wait?
Yeah, so that's what I'm about to get to. So Sienna is asking for the IXLs, like, can I just do all of them today if I wanted to, or do I have to wait because I haven't learned the lesson yet? So you have to wait, okay? So what I did on the board, do you see how on the first test I like starred U1 and U2? So what I'll do is I'll star them if you can do them. So after you watch the video notes today, you should be able to do U1 and U2. And then after you do the video notes for maybe tomorrow, I'll star another one that you can do. So if you just kind of keep up with that, then you'll know exactly which ones you can do because some of them you haven't learned. Like all of these right here and definitely these you haven't learned, so you can't do it. Okay, so if you do U1 and U2 today, then you're doing a little bit at a time, you're not procrastinating, and you can definitely do U1 and U2 today. I know for those of you online, you can't see, so I'll just say U1 and U2, by the end of today, you will have learned it, you can do it. Yes, Tessa? Yeah, so Tessa asked, well, I know this rule of like, if you want the second half of 10 points, you have to do the first half first. So Tessa said, can I just do the first half and get 10 points and not get the extra 10 points here? Yes. I'm just saying, if you want the second half, you also have to do the practice for the first half. Does that make sense, Tessa? Okay. Any other questions with the IXL? I'm hoping that you will take advantage of it, okay? Normally, I'll tell you this, guys. Normally, every chapter, the kids only get 10 points of extra credit, but this year, because it's a weird year and a different year and an Edgenuity year, you guys get 20 points of extra credit. So you guys get an extra 10 points every single chapter. So please take advantage of the fact that next year, all the kids will be like, no, the kids got 20. We're gonna be like, nope, sorry, you're only gonna get 10 this year. Okay, you guys are just a special year because you guys are special. That's why. All right. So let me tell you what the plan is for today. Okay, today we have things that we need to do because we're continuing to move on. But if you're behind, then you are going to be working a little bit behind us. All right. So first of all, today, first thing you're going to do in about 2 minutes when I let all of you go is you're going to finish your Edgenuity quizzes. So if there are any Edgenuity quizzes that you have not done, and there are 8 people in here that have to do that, then do your Edgenuity quizzes first. Okay. After you finish all your Edgenuity quizzes, then you'll notice how there's no synchronous time. Okay. What you're going to do then is you're going to watch your video notes. So you have the video notes in front of you. You're going to submit them. And then you're going to, for homework, you're going to do this puzzle worksheet. So you have both of them in front of you. Let me clarify, because I don't have the answers to the puzzle worksheet. So I'm going to actually be checking these, which ones you have to show work on. Okay. So maybe you want to circle them or highlight them or something. But these you have to show work. And then these you have to show work. So really the only ones you don't have to show work would be 5 and 6. Okay. And if for some of you you're like, wait, I don't know. I mean, it's so easy 1 through 4 to figure out the answer. How do I show my work? Look at how I showed my work for the video notes, because I showed my work for these questions and these types of questions. If you feel like you don't have enough space on the front to show your work and to be organized, then why don't you use the back? Why don't you use a separate sheet of paper? And then you can just take a picture of both at the same time. Okay, so maybe instead of using the back and having to do 2 submissions, take like a scrap sheet of paper and put it off to the side. And as long as you number your problems, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 7, whatever, then just take them side by side so you only have 1 submission. Okay, so your video notes covers all of this. Listen to the video notes. It shows you what the trick is on the calculator so that you can just type it in your calculator and it'll do the work for you and it'll tell you what buttons to press. So definitely listen very carefully to the video notes. Okay, so at this time, first thing you're going to do is your Edgenuity quiz. Finish all of those quizzes. Second thing you're going to do is you're going to then do your video notes. And then lastly, you are going to finish this puzzle. All of that, get that done and turned in by tomorrow before class. Okay, online kids, don't leave yet because there are